There we go. Got it going. Got it going. Got it going. Alright. Hi guys, it's Blue's here. We're back again. We're gonna do some more Cinderella Phenomena until I get called away to do some repo, in which case I'm gonna switch over to stream that instead, and it's gonna be real fun. You know. You know how it be. Anyway. No, wait. Ah! I hit the start instead of continue. Wait. Load. Yes. We're doing it. I almost messed that up. I almost messed it up. I almost messed it up. It's fine. It's fine. We saved it. We saved it. I don't see why this is necessary. I'm sorry, my brain is just a little not functioning. I don't know why. I'm drinking some coffee to try and sit there and maybe kickstart my brain, but it's doing, I don't know. Of course this is necessary, princess. You work to show you can be useful. For the last half hour, Parfait and Dollar have been debating what chores they want to give me. I can't believe they are seriously going to make me work like a commoner. No freeloaders of the march, remember? You can't pull the princess card anymore now that you're a homeless peasant. Being demoted to a homeless peasant is not my fault. Oh, my nose. It might be my allergies. That might be what's making my head feel all stuffed up and stuff. Because the weather being all crazy. If you really think about it, it was kind of me to demote you. Stop teasing her, Delora. Blue has had a lot thrown at her already. I'm only speaking the truth. Besides, working to live is the commoner's way of life, but at least it's rewarding. But if you do nothing, you get nothing. No food, no clothes, no bed. You are no longer a princess, Blue. Life here at the Merchant is comfortable, and you need to work for comfort. Remember that. What you do is your choice, princess. Do I even have a choice? Not really, no. Let's see. How about cooking duties? No way, she'd burn a salad. Salad. She could be a receptionist. Then we'd lose all of our customers. That's probably true. I'm right here, you know. Sorry. Do you have any useful skills at all? As a princess, I had servants who did everything for me. They cleaned my room, helped me dress. How am I expected to possess skills for things I've never done? Aha. I found the perfect job for our Cinderella. Ta-da! Blue will be in charge of sweeping the marching floors. What? Perfect. Even she should be able to do that. Could you, princess? I refuse. But look, I even put a cute little ribbon on the broom just for you. It's your very own special broom. A princess does not clean. Hard-headed as ever. Don't worry, I have a fix for this. Suddenly the broom flies in my hands. I am pulled helplessly along as the thing begins to sweep the floors. I try to pull my hands away, but they may as well be glued to the broom. They do not budge. What have you done? You should be thanking me. I'm helping you with your duties. Dolores, isn't this a little too much? Oh, nonsense. The princess is learning useful new skills. Mr. Broom will teach her everything she needs to know. If the floor is dirty, Mr. Broom will come to life and start sweeping, and it will not stop until the floors are spotless. What? Come on, Parfait. We got time for a cup of tea. I got tea as well. It's a lemon loaf tea and it smells so good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to have this tea, but I want to finish the coffee first, so that I can be awake enough to enjoy the tea. But she'll be fine. A little sweeping never killed anyone. You are dreadful. Enjoy your time with Mr. Broom. Wait, did they really just leave? Hey, slow down. The broom begins to sweep faster. Despite my protests, I am still forced, like a puppet, to sweep the floors with grudging tenacity. I can barely catch my breath after that. Princess, Parfait sent me to check. How lovely! It's so clean I can see my reflection on the floorboards. I'm impressed. Do not even think about stepping in this room with your dirty shoes. Goodness, I didn't know princesses could be such terrifying creatures. You are aware the marching is opening soon, yes? The floor isn't going to stay clean forever. Then do not open the marching. I do sympathize with you, Princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life. What would you know about that? More than you think. What? Oh, did I let that slip? That was my mistake. Karma just smiles at me, his eyes gleaming with playful mischief. He is definitely hiding something. My hands are red and sore from all of the sweeping I have done today. I remember the salve Anise offered me when I first woke up in my room. Surely that'll help somewhat. I apply it to my hands and find to my surprise that it is very effective. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get something for my allergies, because this is ridiculous. My sinuses are just going really crazy right now. Hold on. Okay, heck. Oh, okay. Sorry, had to take some Mucinex for my allergies, and I'm putting my hair up right now because I don't like my hair being in the way right now. It's a bit too long. I need to at least get it trimmed at some point. It's a little overgrown. I don't know. I don't know what kind of hairstyle I want to do. Maybe fringe it or something. Either way. Most of the redness quickly fades along with the pain. Is this what... Hi, Aries. Getting all up in the screen, huh? You want your attention? You're just like, yes, I want the attention right here, right now. Is this what my life will be like if I do not break the curse, forced to work day in and day out? I cannot let things stay as they are. I must act. I lay down to rest. Tiredness falls upon me like a heavy, suffocating blanket. I close my eyes and feel myself shift into the darkness of sleep. Aries, come on, dude. No, not on top of the keyboard. Okay. Despite having slept for hours, I'm still tired when I wake. I glance back at my hands and remember the salve's effectiveness. Whatever Anise gave me really works. I should ask her to make me more. I feel like this is not the last time I'll need it. I must act quickly. The sooner I break the curse, the better. The people that offer to help me are all here. Whom should I ask for help? I find Karma sitting quietly at the bar. I thought he was a picture of elegance when I saw him at the toy shop, but he's really just conceited. I walk over to where he is. Oh, Princess Blue, you look stunning as always in your work clothing. He must be mocking me, but it does not matter. I am here because I want you to teach me about goodness. Not even a compliment in return. I'm rather offended. Relax, Princess. I'm just teasing you. Unnoticed. Now can you answer my question? Princess, you do so wound me. This is going nowhere. Maybe I should ask someone else. Princess, wait. You made the right decision coming to me for help, I assure you. The best people, Princess, look beautiful. The way you look outside has to match what you have inside. How is that supposed to help me? Are you implying that I am not beautiful? Of course not. I only suggest that you smile more often. Smiling will not help me accomplish a good deed. And smiling has nothing to do with beauty. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's not true at all. People who are beautiful smile all the time. Like myself. He's not helping at all. Don't give me that look, darling. A real smile lifts the heart and takes stress off the mind. And, well, in order to do good, you must first change yourself. Make yourself more beautiful on the outside and the inside. I really don't know why I came to him for advice. What did I expect from such a flamboyant man? He is as shallow as a puddle of water. God. I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. The broom. Oh no. Stop! I never thought I'd see this. The princess is actually sweeping. I say more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride. Lady Parfait, your orders have arrived. Where should I put them? At the back, please. Thank you. A glare at Garland begins to move. You! You're dirtying the floor. Sorry. Garland dashed across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible. This was Dolores doing, wasn't it? Is it obvious? This has Witch having fun written all over it. I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You are the worst. Don't be mad at the broom, Princess. It is only trying to help. is doing nothing but making my life miserable. Lady Parfait, I must speak with you. I look up at the witch that has just entered. She is a regular at the market, and according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea here from time to time. She has mud on her shoes. Why is she glaring at me like that? I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I've just cleaned the floor. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll clean up after myself right away. Good. The princess is something else. I've never seen a witch so frightened of someone before. Yeah. The witch hurriedly cleans up the tracks she made coming in before going to speak with Parfait. When the Parfait says Delora and this witch is good, I do not trust her judgment. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. I put the broom back in its resting place before double-checking my work. Now that I'm done, I continue to work on breaking my curse. Whom should I ask for help today? I find Karma sitting at one of the tables looking out at a window. Ugh. You're being quiet today. What a rare sight. Oh, Princess. Why would you be surprised to see me? Because it's an honor every time you visit me. Have you come for my advice? And when you tell me how to do a good deed. So straightforward. I am struggling reading today. Oh my god, this is terrible. Usually, I'm not too terrible at reading, but my head has such a fog with the weather being like it is. It's just, ah. What is he talking about? It's really simple. You just do something without strings attached. No strings attached. Yes, you do something for someone without asking them to pay you back. It's hard to wrap my head around doing such a thing. Why would I do something without needing to? Have you done such a thing for someone before? Of course I have, Princess. That was a long pause. It was only a thoughtful one. Right. Let's see. Hold on, I need to... There we are. So I'm not having to lean as much over, hopefully. There we go. Right. Is that all? I believe so. That bit of wisdom ought to serve you well. A month has passed, and I have yet to complete even one good deed. Not for any lack of trying, though. I've been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and received various answers. What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless. I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful, both on the inside and out. Right. Must I be all of those things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest and consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, think of all the possible ways I might be able to break my curse, but in the end, my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? A dream? Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong. Yes, Mother. You must not let false kindness deceive you. People use niceties to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. Being a trustworthy Blue, I will never hurt you. I will never lie to you. I am all you need. I love you, Blue. I love you too, Mother. Terrible. Honestly. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time. I am the only one having a difficult time. Have you tried pairing up with someone? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. Two heads are better than one, as they say. It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Who's going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess? She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it does not escape me that I'm still disliked. Most of the boarders here at the Marchant have volunteered to help her, remember? And I haven't heard any of them retract their offers. It's only a matter of time. Stop it, Delora. It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is only a suggestion. The Bipsy I had for added caffeine is gonna make me burp now. Would pairing up with someone really help me break my curse? What if they end up being an annoyance instead? Princess. Excuse me, Princess? I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've just been staring at your tray and the customer's waiting for his order. Of course. Delora has me helping a niece today. Marchants are unexpectedly busy and they cannot keep up with all the customers. Stop daydreaming, Blue. Food doesn't deliver itself. I do not need you to tell me that. I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the Marchant. I've never seen the Marchant this busy. I roll into my stomach and bury my face into my pillow. My arms and legs protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. Why don't you pair up with someone? Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. Okay. Where is it? Alright. We already know which one we're going with. You already know. I already know. We're going with my favorite man possible here. I decide to go search for karma as soon as I'm done with Mr. Broom. Or as soon as it is done with me. He should be sitting at the bar, or at a table. I wonder. Maybe... Okay, there we go. I have two separate screens, so I realized that if I move it over to the screen here, for some reason, it'll fix the orientation so I'm facing more towards the actual screen. I'm still learning about it, but it's fine. The program's very easy to learn. You should be sitting at the bar or at a table. I find him at the usual table talking to Waltz, who has his hands on a box. Why, if it isn't the princess? Lovely morning, isn't it? It is the same as any other. Nonsense. Every morning brings new opportunities, right, Waltz? I guess so. Every day there's another chance for a good deed, princess. Right. No clever comments today, princess? I do so enjoy them. Maybe coming to karma was a bad idea. I would love to stay and offer advice, but Waltz and I better be off. We do have work to do. You mean that you're going to put me to work? Work? Parfait asked us to pick up some provisions for the tavern. She asked us, but in the end it'll be me carrying everything. You'd make a lady carry everything. Karma suddenly stops and whirls to look at me with wide eyes. Oh! I cannot say that I like the glimmer in his eyes. How would you like to help, Princess Blue? I'm sure this would count as one of your good deeds. I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. Oh, Waltz, you're no fun. Helping Karma carry things does not sound pleasant, but I'll go. Truly? Oh my waltz, it seems I will not be requiring your assistance today. Princess, are you sure? Princess may be considered good. Besides, I'll finally get to leave this place for the first time since I've been here. I am sure. Okay, take good care of the princess, Karma. Of course! For the rest of the day, Karma takes me to different shops around the town, reading off a long list and giving me the coins to buy things. I notice that the townspeople treat me nicely when the two of us are out together. I do not understand why everyone likes Miss Karma so much, but maybe it is because they do not really know him. We stop in the middle of the town and sit at a small cafe on the outskirts to take a break. Miss Karma is still the picture of elegance. Why do you dress like a woman? Darling, not so loud. Why is this even a secret? It's related to my curse. I mentioned that before, didn't I? What was your curse again? Karma was one of the only people at the tavern who did not share what his curse was. Is knowing my curse even so important? You know what my curse is, so tell me what yours is. You drag me around town to help you carry your things. But Princess, those weren't even my things. They weren't mine either. Okay, I will tell you, though it is very sad. I do not think a curse is meant to be a happy thing. I have the beauty's curse. It's what forces people to fall in love with me every time they see my handsome face. Is that really a curse? That does not seem awful at all. Ugh. Terrible, isn't it? Okay, let me look at... Because we're trying to do a speedrun of just the good route up until Rod, and then we can fumble because I did both bad and good for, I think, Rumple and Karma's route already, and it's all, and if you want to see those, that's already up on my YouTube. So, you know. It's terrible. What? Most people don't agree with me. It just makes sense for which casts a good curse on you. I guess it doesn't, does it? Thank you, Princess Blue. Why is he thanking me? Still, it feels like I'm missing something. Is that really the entirety of his curse? But don't people fall in love with you when you are a woman as well? No, Princess, that love is admiration or appreciation, sometimes lust. And when you're a man, they swarm me like moths to a light. It becomes suffocating. Whom does it affect? The curse only affects women. It is a condition of the curse that they be a woman and that I be a man. It's part of the fairy tale. Which fairy tale? The one with... Oh! Karma suddenly stands up and points at a man selling red apple-like candies, pulls me over, insisting that we try one. I try to bring up the subject of the curse again, but to no avail. Karma somehow manages to be distracted for the rest of the day and is able to effectively dodge my questions. Is Karma hiding something from me? Why would he? I thought pairing up meant helping each other break our curses. Ugh! I still struggle so badly with English. It's terrible. Does he not want to break his curse? Oh, thank you so much, Blue. We were in dire need of these supplies. I advised her well, didn't I? Of course, dear. He did not do anything. Princess, you wound me. It's the truth. But we had that nice talk. You avoided half of my questions. Karma lets out an exasperated sigh that becomes a very forced yawn. I'm going to go to bed. Today's been a tiring day. Please excuse me, darlings. Sleep well. Sleep well, Karma. Karma walks away, leaving me alone with Parfait. He's not so bad, you know. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Give him a chance, Blue. I did not get a single good deed today. It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Karma just use me then. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Tonight I will rethink my partnership. Okay. Oh. Okay. I barely sleep that night. When I wake up the next day, my body is sore from carrying supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about Karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How could I have not gotten a good deed yesterday? I decide to find him first thing in the morning. I see him at his usual table, once again staring out the window. A dark aura seems to surround him, and I notice that no one is sitting with him today. Karma? He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Karma! Oh, Princess. Good morning. It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night. What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. I was busy thinking about yesterday. He told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. I point at my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I received it. Do you see? Not another piece. You get pieces of this added to your glass slipper? That's charming. I was thinking that pairing up with you was a bad idea. Princess, did you say that you were paired up with me? I did. You must have known. Oh my, I assumed you just wanted to help me. I didn't know you were pairing up with anyone. That's right, I never told him directly I wanted to partner up. Should I have? Well, it doesn't matter what I say anymore because I do not think you can help me. Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I could present you with opportunities, though. Opportunities? We start first by thawing that ice around your heart. So even Karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I am not. And I do not promise things that I cannot deliver either. Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday. That is not my fault. Patience is a virtue. Now if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday. Didn't sleep well? Oh dear, that makes all three of us. I turn around and see Rumpel appear at the front door. He strides to our table with a confident grin on his face and then takes another seat. Karma lets out a sigh. Foul man, what are you doing here? You flirt with a man once and he hates you, is that it? No, you flirt with a man and then you insult him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought it was all in good fun. Something about the expression on Rumpel's face tells me that is not true at all. Are they always going to be each other's throat now? What are you doing here, Rumpel? Yeah, what are you doing here? Get out of here! I couldn't help overhear that you're looking for a partner, Princess. Anyone but him, anyone but him, anyone but him, anyone but him. Please, for the love of God, anyone but him. I thought I might offer my assistance since I know I can make you far happier than this fool over here. Would you like me to hit you again? Please. Please. What's the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not. Apple turns to me, grasps my hand, and winks at me. Get your hands off me. I don't know. I hate him. I hate him so much. You don't understand. He's... Ugh. What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners in no time at all. I swear I would have your heart aflutter. I want to slap him. Thank you. Before I can slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. I can't help the surprise on my face. Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. Please and thank you. Jesus Christ. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a lady. You're the most brutish man here. A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third? Apple stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. I can almost see electricity bounce between the two of them and stare over my head at each other. I see Doreen walking towards us with a stern look on her face. I'll never hurt a person unnecessarily. I don't resort to violence. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. As much as I would love to slap the shit out of this man as well, unfortunately the good route says that I cannot. It's... Ah, man. I don't like him at all. He's terrible character. He's just terrible. You'll see in his route and I'll ugh. Ah! I don't he just acts like this all the time and doesn't stop and I hate it. No matter how annoying Rumple is, I don't think he deserves to be abused so much. Besides, Carmen does not usually lash out like this. It would just stand in front of Rumple. Princess. This is pathetic, Karma. I know you're not in the mood for pleasantries, but it's no excuse to hurt Rumple. Princess, please move. You're acting like a petulant child. Fine. You're right. I wasn't expecting him so easily admit to a mistake. I turned to Rumple. I was only standing up for you, Rumple, because Karma's annoying me. I looked down at my necklace. There was no extra piece, so that wasn't a good deed either. Alright, what is happening over here? Jiren comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern. Oh, nothing, my sweet. I was just showing myself out. Thank you, Princess Blue. Rumple leaves and I'm alone with Karma. He slumps back down in his chair. I'm making sure he won't do anything rash again. Jiren leaves us. I'm sorry, Princess. It appears I really was being a child. Rumple is harmless, and there was no reason for me to act as uncivilized as I did. What would Father think? Father? Oh, it's nothing. Please, if you would, can you give me some time alone? Fine. I leave Karma sitting there by himself. I return to the front of the tavern where Anise has more chores waiting for me. Today I have to work as a server, which is still better than working with Mr. Broom. The usual people are at the tavern. I overhear conversation as I work. At one point, Garland walks over the bar and Anise serves him a drink. He looks sullen. I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice that he's staring at Jiren, who is talking sternly to two drunken men continuously clacking their bottles together at a table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers. The same people are here all the time, eh? We're not bothering anyone, hon. Garland looks so agitated. What is wrong with him? I will not stand to have you call me that again. Loosen up, woman. You may have been a knight at the palace before, but you got no such title now. Garland stands up. I can see silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. I may have no title, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland, are you okay? He looks back at us almost like he's coming out of a trance. I'm fine. Sorry about that, ladies. He sits back down, glancing once more at Jiren. She continues speaking to the men. They glance at Garland warily. Their expressions were somber. Why is they acting that way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush out thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Hours go by and my body protests to all the leaning I have to do, even though I had to carry a lot around town yesterday. It was nice to be out for a while. Blah. I don't know why English is hard when it is. My first language is terrible. Ugh. Coffee. Don't like the taste of it, but have to have it for the caffeine. Ugh. And getting towards the bottom, so like the dregs of like the really strong coffee is like, ugh. It's all I can taste. It's terrible. Maybe I'm better off helping him just to avoid the chores in here. At least he stops me from being worked to the bone. Oh, Princess, you're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today you're delivering everything really quickly. Do you mean to say I don't perform well on other days? Girl can't take a compliment. Girl can't take a compliment. But you know what? Same, but I'm not rude. I'm just like, I'm just like, oh, thanks, I guess. And then I feel really awkward after someone compliments me. No, Princess, I only mean to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I walk away from Anise, who stares after me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. Oh, goodness. As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I'm sitting there, Waltz pulls up a chair and sits in front of me. Hello, Princess. I heard from Niece that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess. So you're mocking me now, too? Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to, well, compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You're implying that I'm not normally as good at this. Ah, bah, bah, bah. We never said that you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. God, why do I keep yawning? I slept so much today. Why am I so tired? This is why. I swear to God, I got 8 hours or more of sleep, and yet my body continues. Let me give you an example. I put on a puppet show for kids. Sometimes children come to me and say that the show was even better than usual. So the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory. Not at all. The children always smile, regardless of whether they really like the show. As long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. That's very true. Trying your best is really what counts, as long as you're putting in as much effort as you can. It doesn't even always have to be 100%. As long as you're doing the best that you can that day, that's all that really matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? No, no one likes me here. Maybe if you smiled, they would smile back. I'm not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake. Princess. I'm leaving, Waltz. I want some time to myself. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Waltz's face. I've been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. I sometimes hear the sound of people walking through the hallways. He'll be up at this time of night. Hold on. I'm realizing this is like really in the way of things. I also want to sit there and oh. Okay. One sec. Okay. Sorry, I just real quick was just like pinging a message. He'll be up at this time of night. I need to leave and get some fresh air. It is eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? Oh yeah, I gotta... For the good route, let's see. I gotta remain inside. It's like I thought maybe it'd be dangerous. I turn to see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Did you come down and visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you two had gotten so close. We haven't. It was a joke, Princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? I think it is you who does not have a sense of humor. Snappy as a crocodile as always. So what are you doing down here? Couldn't sleep? Me too. Oh my goodness. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Sounds. Are you really spooked by some sounds for the forest, or are you just too curious for your own good? Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I did not ask for your opinion, witch. Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? I stare at her in surprise. Come on, I know a place we can go. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. Those sounds. It sounds like metal against metal. Well, I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with a sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night? Neither he nor Garland noticed us at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a very talented swordsman, and he is practicing that night with either Julian or Garland, depending who's not on patrol. Karma can use the sword that well? The king told me once that only knights could have such skill. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I always hear from him. Karma actually sounds like a man. I notice him look at me in between his strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with a distraction? Princess. Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance and then pins him to the ground with the sword, still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one every knight should hone. You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Yes, sir. Karma straightens sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing the sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I'm not sure why. What are you practicing for? To protect, princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect. To protect? I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before. My sinuses. Ugh. I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face. My commander calls that one the enemy's kiss, a stand-up where your eyes lock on your opponents because of the proximity. The best way to counter that is to feign the sword in the opposite direction. Throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Well, that makes sense. But the enemy's kiss, what a name. Seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? The sword is dramatic. Swordplay is dramatic though, isn't it? Isn't it the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you there. Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust and quick. Sometimes the swordplay can look like dancing though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turn to Karma. Karma, you are not a knight. No, I'm most definitely not. But since Garland and Julian begged me to teach them, I've somehow become their mentor. There's no way Garland and Julian would do that. After all, both of them were the best knights in jail before they were stripped of their titles. Karma actually speaks the truth. Julian and I really did have to get down on our knees and beg for him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? Yeah, he is, man. Man sat there and talked to you with sword sitting there swinging around, and you saying that he's not talented? That's crazy. That's wild. Ugh. 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 Terrible taste of coffee. Ugh. But I'm feeling at least a little more conscious. So at least there's that. I'm at least awake and somewhat competent. Yippee. Oh. Okay. Alright, I got a question answered. Thank you to my dear friend for that. I appreciate him answering my question. It was very nice. He's very cool. He has his own channel. I think it's Itchy over on YouTube. He does live streams over there. He's really good at what he does, especially Forsaken. He does crazy Forsaken runs. It's wild. Same with Dandy's World too. Is Karma really so talented? So you're finally impressed with me. What do you think, Princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I don't know why you and Rumpel fight so often. You really are very similar. Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Just because you come from different backgrounds doesn't mean he has less class. So the reason you were so tired today is because you do these practices at night? Oh, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does it have to do with Karma's curse? But he's not in his disguise now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today. But no, you decided that staying up late into the night and practicing was more important. That was probably why you were grumpy this morning. Well, our protection is vital, don't you think? Garland, you were at the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you? Princess. Karma is a special princess. He's more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. Never fear, Princess. I'll help you dispel your curse. After all, you did just suggest that we were still partners. Can you really help me with my curse? But how will you do that just by presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland has some more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sound of swords carries through the night air. For a long while, I stand with Delore watching two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma's a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Ooh. I'll have to look. I'll have to look at that off stream. Hold on. Okay. Blue, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. But Mother, they are so much fun to watch. They are dangerous, Blue. Any person with a sword has potential to use it on you. But Father says those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people they may not be so good, Blue. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though Father said that he would keep me safe? Sometimes the people I trust are the most deceitful, and the man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be worried that he could turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are. Even the knights can be treacherous, Blue. Do not trust a man with a sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, Mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand. Alright. We're going to try to finish this chapter, and then I'm going to be ending stream. Because I'm going to try to do at least 2 chapters that I can at a time. So that we can, like, try and speedrun this, because there's a total of 9 chapters. Jordan, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It's been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest practicing with Garland. I've come here every night ever since then, though I never stay long, as Karma, since I actually have to work to do in the mornings. Alright, here I come. 2 swords clash. Karma laughs as he throws Durian back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword. That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Durian? Oh, is that every time Karma practices with Durian, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. He says this because of the curse, because he does not want Durian to fall in love with him. Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Durian could fall in love with Karma. Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me that you're usually good at that. Ugh. I am, sir. Then why the exception today? Sir. Darling, it wouldn't have to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? Hit the nail on the head, have I? It's not very chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course, but that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Durian, even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Delicate flower. Durian, you should hit him on the head for that. But Princess, he's not delicate at all. Durian laughs and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it. Oh, Princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me where Durian's blade cannot. Something flashed in Durian's eyes as she readies her sword again. Karma stands ready as Durian rushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns. Durian taps on the shoulder and laughs out loud. I did it. A single hit. It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma. Ah. The Mucinex is working. I can feel my sinuses just going absolutely insane now. Ugh. Aww. The lemon loaf tea was not as much as... It's mainly lemon, but there isn't really... It's got a subtle sweetness to it, but it doesn't exactly taste like a lemon loaf. I'm a little disappointed. But it's still pretty good tea, I'm not gonna lie. No, it wasn't a weakness. It was lack of sleep catching up with me. Why do you listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice. Karma walks to a corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there is something I want to see first. On her way out, Durian gives him a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I've seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There is no doubt about it. Yet, is practicing with him really so special? He's fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross, remember him? The first commander we trained under, the one that punished slow learning with extra exercises. You always had to come do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted? I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. You've always been overprotective. They both suddenly stopped to look at Karma, who was smiling slyly on the side. Why does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign. We can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression stepping back into something more serious. Right. Two exchange quick farewells before Dream waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress, or are you worried about ruining it? No. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. But yes, Julian did mention almost stepping on it once. Impossible, and the picture of elegance. Of course, sir. Karma shrugs Garland's comment off. The two ready their swords and get right into practice. Julian has taken over Garland's patrol now, so that Garland can get in some practice time. So Garland, have you told Julian yet? No. Conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I understand why Garland answers Karma's question of doing so makes him so depressed. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why don't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hand on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about Julian, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. Julian is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her. You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty too, beautiful, and then there's me. Aren't they both knights? Haven't they been training together for a long time? Hold on. Alright. I gotta be mean. I can see why you wouldn't tell her. 'Cause she's better than me. No, because if you told her and she refused, then it would be difficult afterwards. You understand, Princess? Of course I understand. I'm not stupid. No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take offense, Garland. That's just the way she talks. The princess is a fragile flower with the petals always curved inwards. What does that even mean? See, if it were Jiren, she'd probably know. But I'm just as confused as you are. I don't think so. I don't think anyone understands half of the fluff Karma speaks. It's because I weave love and dedication in every single one of my words. There's beauty in deciphering them. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training. I end up staying out longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, Princess. Were you seeking out alone time with me, by chance? I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Blue? You ask Garland the same question every time you train. He always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated? The look of his always annoys me. Oh my. It is annoying. Did you want to ask me why he won't confess because you're so frustrated? Yes. I suppose after almost 2 months I do know you a bit better. You did not know anything about me. And I did not know anything about Karma either. Confessing isn't easy, dear Blue. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent. But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason you're so blunt, Princess? Blunt? You're far more blunt than I am. Princess Blue, you truly are amazing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade. I am not amusing. That is a matter of opinion, darling. He really is insufferable. And yet I still come to him for advice. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thoughts shift to the king. My chest tightens. Princess Blue. Karma reaches out a hand and brushes a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. My apologies, Princess. No, I cannot imagine. Gang! The family trauma. The family trauma. No. Loving someone and finding out they do not feel the same way. I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Kama was referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I've already given up hope on him. You keep saying that, but every time someone sits there and brings it up, you're disappointed all over again. So I think that's not quite the thing you're saying, but okay. Right? It's a good thing you haven't experienced rejected love, Princess. It's one of the worst feelings. Karma asked to be alone, so I returned to the tavern by myself that night. I did not know why I agreed to this when nothing changes. Today I am once again out in town with Karma running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day. Why do you need a new dress? Because a lady needs all kinds of dress in her closet. Variety's key when you want to make a good impression. Blah. Man. Why would you want to make a good impression of people in a disguise? Disguise meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted. I mean, technically, Karma is always flaunting their disguise, but it always sits there and gives them admiration and makes them drawn to the idea that he's more of a woman to keep the other disguise that he has secret. So, in a way, it works, at least for him. For him, that kind of strategy works, where it pulls attention more to one, so that he can conceal the other easier. So I can see his logic a little bit on that. Oh no, darling. Only wear disguise to stop the curse from working on people. I never really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Exactly, see? Being doted on by a married woman, or by a woman in love with another man, is especially troubling. Oh god. I cannot imagine. That terrible. Is curse really that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store owner gives specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me. Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma doesn't owe me for everything that I've done for him, so why do I feel like this? You know, it'd be much easier for you to just help me carry bags. Oh, there, let's buy one of those cupcakes. Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Yes. Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching, like bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars. I would love that kind of cupcake. I love stars. I love stars in space so much. My entire room is like covered in stars. Ha. Space thing. I love space. Space is great. I wish I could go to space. I wish I could live in space, but I can't do that. I'm grounded. Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I did not think eating them all would be good for my diet. What do you think, Princess? We'll share one. I turn back to cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Am I choosing one for myself or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but two cupcakes catch my eye. One has a tiny little creature standing on top of the frosting. It seems to be a little lizard of sorts. The strange colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute. But Karma might like the other cupcake. Oh, so it's between those two. Which would you like, Blue? The cupcake with the lizard. I'll have that one. The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon? A chameleon? It's a chameleon. Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those. It said that I had to select the one with the chameleon. And then, one final thing. I was thinking that you'd like it for the colors, not the chameleon. Whatever that is. Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we? Karma leads me in the middle of the plaza, and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and a knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do you really need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake? So before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your curse. Were we? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that we'd gotten off that tangent, to be honest. Ugh. Wah. Why don't you want to talk about it? Yes, your secret's just as I do, Princess. The coffee is not agreeing with me at all. Oh my goodness. I was like, it'll keep me awake, but my stomach is like, goo, coffee, no. I usually drink energy drinks, but we are fresh out of them and do not have the money currently to buy any. We desperately need to go grocery shopping, but broke. But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses. Princess, you want to help me. Only because it is necessary that I help him so that he can help me. I haven't made any progress helping you, though. You said you would provide me with opportunities. I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, Princess. Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either. But Princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it's an obligation, you're still good company. Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with. Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through the frosting and cake with ease. I've definitely never seen such refined manners for a simple dessert. What was your life before the curse, Princess? I have no need to tell you any of that. So pretty, oh my god! This is... Man. No, it's not necessary, but I am curious. Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so. How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today and I'll give you one tomorrow. What makes you think I'm interested in your life? Well, you do keep asking me about my curse. Not because we are working on breaking our curses. Okay, then we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead. What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? Karma cuts a chameleon top in half. I notice he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter, while I get stuck with the tail. Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings. Is one to go this far to avoid the subject? When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon. What? I hid a lot to avoid responsibility. Sometimes no one could find me, not my father nor the servants. If he had servants, then that makes him a noble? One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden. I came upon the chameleon. It was a small, silly little lizard, but I only found it because I was looking for something fantastic. The lizard on this cupcake does not seem all that fantastic. My father explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me a silly little chameleon. Can you imagine the pet name just being silly little chameleon? From your partners being like, aw, you're such a silly little chameleon, I love you. Okay. Sorry, and my friend is like messaging, and I'm just like, I want to reply to them like right away if I can, because, well, as I said, I really enjoy their company, and they're sitting there messaging me and helping me out with some stuff and figuring out like the VTuber bit thing, because I'm still relatively new and they have some experience, and I appreciate that. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, so it suited me. What is it, Princess? It seems like you're still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets. I suppose I'm still a chameleon, then. I don't think that nickname makes any sense. Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense to be endearing, Princess. Can please just get back to the subject at hand? Yes, this cupcake. If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I tell you something about me. Oh? You didn't seem the type to want to share. I really did not see any reason for sharing things about my past, though. Mother once told me that pride in someone else was a weakness. But more than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. No one's ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they think I'm the one at fault. Always. I wouldn't judge you, Princess. I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulge nothing to you, after all. A story for a story. That's the deal, right? I expect you to keep it. Rather, a fact for a fact. It's not like I have to tell him everything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why the surprise is because you see, Evangeline and Rod and assume we are all one big happy family. I do admit that the Princess Evangeline seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Evangeline seemed very nice, is she not? Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Kama silently I continued to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I meant to stop there, but the words kept coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection in that palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Ron and Evangeline far better than he has ever treated me. What was your mother like? All of my fondest memories are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, who to speak with. Who to speak with? Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does? No, Princess, I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad. Sad? Why would he be sad? It sounds like you lived an empty life. It was not an empty life, but it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone. It's true, she sat there and isolated out of this kid. This poor kid sat there and was like, no, I'm the only one you can depend on. You can't depend on anyone else. You can't go to anyone else. I'm the only person you ever need in your life. And then, yeah. That really messes with a person, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted. Princess, about your mother. And I hear you speak ill of Mother. No, I only question about your mother. Karma coughs and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it? This. Oh gods. I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower, the soft gentleness gone. Karma puts a hand to his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is turning on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I always wonder how he's able to change his voice, but I always forget to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma. I turn to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress at one time in the dress store. Your dress is lovely today as always, Miss Karma. Karma? Miss Karma, are you okay? I am quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma cursed again in his deep voice, forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I am feeling under the weather. Obviously, he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but too amused to offer any sort of assistance. What is it, Miss Karma? I gotta I'm gonna be an evil little shit right now. Karma smiles for us, his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not able to help myself. The expression softens, but only slightly. I'm gonna do it. I would have done this regardless, even if the route told me not to do it. I would have done it anyways. He obviously wants to leave, but I cannot help myself. Miss Karma, I do wish you would say something. At the very least, you should thank the girl for her compliment. Oh no, it's quite alright. Ah, man. Man. Ah. Come on, Carl. You're usually the most charming person on these streets. Thank you. He sounds like he's dying now. I cannot help but start laughing again. The small annoyance on the camera's face seems to dissipate completely. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? The potion that Parfait makes for me. I must have talked too much. You talk too much? Karma puts a finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear that he won't speak to me until later. When we arrive at the tavern, it's already dark. Carmen pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Blue. I'm glad I can make you laugh. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. This was sounding ridiculous just to see you smile. You and Rupp really are the same. Comment doesn't face him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. I'm glad I can make you laugh. I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see if Karma's practicing with Julie and Garland. I leave her room and go down to the reception room. Laura and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now so they know I'm meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight, reading a book. I was told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I know she's closed the book. I can now read the cover. She's reading Cinderella? That's my fairy tale curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's right. And yet you're reading one. The curses are based off these fairy tales, after all. Why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like fairy tale, it's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. You have friendships, and people enjoy your company. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you. Like me? Why would you like me? You become like family here. I haven't even been here that long. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Marchand is family. Family? You're saying that everyone at the Marchand is like family? Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. Live here with us. Like I said, you're family. I speak more with the people here than I have ever spoken to my own family. In the past, I was always alone. The only person I could speak with was Fritz. Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nod in response. Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what does this potion make for Karma? You mean the potion you make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but I didn't think the solution was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? Karma hides the curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Blue, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it'd be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm trying to help him. Just so you think your good deeds are difficult, there's also something about Karma's curse that you cannot come to terms with. I put my hand to the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all this, at least not until later. I wish it was all simpler, and the Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Mother, I went to town today. Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you? He told me that would be fun. And was it? No, everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why. I've told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The town folks are just jealous of you. Jealous? They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that, they will seek to use you for their status. You cannot trust them, Blue. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Blue. You need to only trust me because I will never hurt you. Terrible. Anyway, and that's the end of this stream. We got through 2 chapters today, so we save, and we'll come back to this another time. Thank you so much for joining me. There may be a later stream for Repo. We'll see how that goes, see how my friend is feeling for that. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely evening or morning, whichever time of day it is for you. And if you wish to follow me, you can continue following me on blue_seer here and hit that notification bell for the next time I stream, because as I said, I stream at odd hours of the day. And if you want to see my other content, see all my VODs and where they're stored from these previous streams, you may look to Blue Seer Boy over on my YouTube, spelled BLUESEERBOI. Go check me out over there, and maybe hit the subscribe button if you enjoy my content. Thank you, and you all have a lovely time. Goodbye!